And then also you're one of the top free agents in this year. So I mean, do you have any ideas of what you might prioritize, or do you plan to stay in Dallas next season?
Yeah, I mean, I've already communicated with Dallas how grateful I am because they've made this a home for me for the past years, and I'm working with them together and finding a next home for me because I've already played my last game in Dallas.
Breaking news. The WNBA free agency is heating up as Satou Sabally finally breaks her silence, confirming that she has played her last game for Dallas. The star forward is now focused on her next move, which could shake up women's basketball. Two teams are in contention, but one holds a secret advantage that could change everything. The league is bracing for a major shift as her decision looms.
And I'm just excited. I'm excited for free agency. I'm able to talk to a lot of players outside the league because I have not played on a different team yet. And I'm excited to get to know them more on a personal level, but also knowing how they approach the game. And I just love having basketball conversations and high-level IQ conversations about the game to know where I will fit best in the future.
Is it the defending champions, New York Liberty, or can CaitlinClark and the IndianaFever pull off the biggest move of the offseason? We have exclusive details on how the Fever could land Satou Sabally and why it makes more sense than you think. This move could reshape the league and set the foundation for the WNBA's next dynasty. Get ready for an in-depth breakdown of the decision that could change everything. Let's dive in.
Ben?
Yeah, to just following up there, I guess, because you said it's Satou, what was Dallas's reaction when you communicated that to them?
Obviously, at first they were still trying, but I think what is most effective is working with the player and listening to their wishes and hearing out how we can find the best solutions for each other.
Imagine this. Satou Sabally, the star forward of the Dallas Wings, just dropped a bombshell that's sending shockwaves through the WNBA. She has officially announced that she's played her last game for Dallas. But why now? What's driving this sudden decision? Let's break it all down.
So there was always great communication, more so on the agent front now because I need to focus on Unrivaled, and I will. So I'm trusting the people that I have on my staff and the front office with office to solve that further. So I have good communication with that.
The Dallas Wings were building something special with Satou Sabally, a Reich Augunball, and the highly anticipated first overall pick in the 2025 WNBA draft, likely Paige Bueckers or possibly Olivia Miles. But now, things are falling apart. Let's break down Sabally's journey in Dallas. Over 5 seasons, she has been a dominant force, averaging 15.7 points, 7 rebounds, and 3.6 assists per game. However, injuries have plagued her career, limiting her to just 1 season with more than 20 games played. Here's where it gets interesting. Despite missing the first half of the 2024 season due to a shoulder injury, Sabally made a stunning return. She posted career-high numbers, averaging 17.9 points while shooting an incredible 45.2% from beyond the arc. Talk about making a statement. Now, with her departure confirmed, the WNBA landscape is set for a major shakeup.
She is having
one of the most versatile players in the league. She has such soft touch on her jump shot.
Satou Sabally didn't just announce her departure, she confirmed she's working with Dallas to find her next home. With the Wings likely to call her, they'll ensure they get something in return. Let's dive deeper. Rumors of tension between Sabally and the organization have been swirling for a while. She's only signed 1-year deals, never committing long-term. Her last contract? A hefty $195,000 for a single season. While that's a solid paycheck, for a player of Sabally's caliber, it might not be enough. Now, the question is, where will she land next?
So Satou Sabally has officially said that she is gone. She is not coming back to the Dallas Wings, which I thought was interesting because I did think that with Satou, with her, Paige Bueckers likely going to go to the Wings. With Satou, with Enrique Gambawale, they could have been a really good team.
And the plot thickens. The Dallas Wings are undergoing a major transformation. With a new GM, a new coach, and the potential departure of other key players in free agency, the franchise is facing a perfect storm of change. But Satou Sabally's exit isn't just about her. It's a league-altering move. Teams are scrambling to position themselves for a chance to land the star forward. Right now, 2 teams are emerging as frontrunners in the race for Sabally. First, we'll break down the team where she has deep personal connections. Then, we'll dive into the team that seems most likely to secure her talents.
there must be something going on with the Dallas Wings. So, obviously, Satou said that with Unrivaled. As you guys can see here, WNBA free agent Satou Sabally declares time with the Wings is done. Look, the Wings aren't going to give her up for nothing. She'll be courted and traded. Same thing that happened with Skylar Diggins when she played for the Wings. They courted her, they traded her. And see here, January 7 article by Annie Constable wrote, there's understanding around the league that Satou will be on the move after the Wings make her core play this weekend, when GMs can be sending qualifier offers and core tags.
Family ties, college connections, and a championship pedigree. SatouSabally and the New York Liberty seem like a perfect match. But sometimes, dream scenarios come with a steep price. Could the Liberty's toughest battle be against the salary cap? Let's break it down. The Liberty aren't just a great team, they are the reigning WNBA champions. Imagine Sabally joining a powerhouse lineup featuring Jonquil Jones, Sabrina Ionescu, and Breanna Stewart, a roster that keeps opponents up at night. But for Sabally, it's not just about playing with stars. This move would be deeply personal, making the Liberty a compelling destination.
Would you want to play with your sister?
Yeah, of course. In the future, I would love that.
Imagine this, Satou Sabally joining her sister, Nyara Sabally, on the New York Liberty. A family reunion on the hardwood. And it doesn't stop there. She'd be reuniting with her former Oregon teammate, Sabrina Ionescu. The chemistry is already built, just waiting to be reignited on the biggest stage in the WNBA.
Then the best trade package is the Liberty. I still think that would be our preference because New York is still New York. Yes, it's not the IndianaFever, but it's still New York. She's playing with Sabrina. She gets to play with her sister. She plays with Phoebich, who she plays for with the German national team. And it's as good as guaranteed a championship. It would break the league, to be completely honest.
Here's the catch. The New York Liberty's roster is like a luxury sports car, sleek, powerful, and extremely costly. With Jonquil Jones, Sabrina Ionescu, and Breanna Stewart all on max contracts, the salary cap is stretched thin. Adding SatouSabally to that mix makes it nearly impossible without major financial adjustments.
How the New York situation might not come to fruition because of salary cap and them actually having the money to get her.
So, what's the game plan? Could we see some creative contract moves? Maybe Breanna Stewart, a free agent who's already confirmed her return, takes a pay cut to make room. Or perhaps SatouSabally agrees to a smaller paycheck for the chance at a championship. If they somehow figure out the financials, there's still another hurdle. The Liberty's forward rotation is already stacked. If Sabally joins, she could find herself fighting for minutes and opportunities to get the ball. That's a far cry from her star role in Dallas. Here's the cold hard truth. As much as the Liberty may want Sabally and as much as she may want to join them, sometimes the numbers just don't add up. It's like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. No matter how hard you try, something's got to give.
I see a lot of players wanting to go, in this offseason, a lot of players are going to want to go to the Fever.
Forget about New York for a moment. There's a storm brewing in Indiana that could rock the WNBA. The Fever have over $650,000 in cap space to use this offseason, and they are ready to make a splash. The question is, what's their game plan and who's on their shopping list? The WNBA is watching closely.
This time it's very obvious. They need depth, they need defense, and they're trying to win right now. They cannot really bridge things any longer.
Let's talk about the IndianaFever's front office shakeup. They've brought in some serious firepower. Stephanie White, an Indiana legend, former Fever player, and WNBA Coach of the Year, is now leading the charge. This isn't just any coach. She's a championship-caliber leader with the expertise to build a winning team. But that's not all. Kelly Krauskopf has returned as team president, and Amber Cox has been brought in as the new general manager. This powerhouse trio is not here to play games. They are focused on one goal: bringing championships to Indiana and reshaping the Fever into a dominant force in the league.
The future is so bright, and our ultimate goal is to hang another banner in the field house. And our ultimate goal is to come back in here after we win that championship and celebrate again like we did in 2012.
Now, picture this: CaitlinClark, the scoring and passing machine, teaming up with Aliyah Boston, the dominant inside powerhouse. Add in Kelsey Mitchell's scoring and veteran savvy, along with Lexi Hull's sharpshooting. That's a core that could make some serious noise in the league. But the Fever aren't stopping there. They are hungry for more. Here's where it gets interesting. The Fever have 4 key priorities this offseason. First up, they are going all in to re-sign Kelsey Mitchell. No surprise there, she's a cornerstone of the franchise. But it's the next 3 priorities that have everyone buzzing. Priority number 2, beefing up the forward position. The Fever aren't just looking for any forward. They want someone with length, defensive ability, and the capability to score when needed. Sounds like someone we might already know, doesn't it? The Fever are setting up for a big offseason.
You know, when you have a core three like we have, you know, surrounding them with players who are going to, you know, fill the roles, certainly, first and foremost, who are going to embrace the roles, you know, secondly, and who give us the best opportunities for success by complementing what they do really, really well.
Third on the Fever's list, versatile wings who can both score and defend. They are looking to surround CaitlinClark and Kelsey Mitchell with even more firepower, aiming to build an offensive juggernaut that can also lock down on defense. Lastly, they are searching for a backup guard who can keep the offense flowing when Clark or Mitchell need rest. This is about building championship-level depth, ensuring the team is strong and capable in every area.
Williams slipped the pen.
Dallas needed a little bit of juice, a little bit of energy right there. Thank you for that, Satou.
Now, let's connect the dots. A versatile forward who can score, defend, and provide length, a player who would perfectly complement the Fever's Fab Four. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? That's right, Satou Sabally. The Fever's off-season priorities line up perfectly with Sabally's skill set, and with the cap space they've got the cash to make it happen. The Fever aren't just throwing money around, they are building something special, something that could last. Imagine Sabally joining forces with CaitlinClark, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, and Lexi Hull. That's not just a team, that's a potential dynasty in the making.
We are at a point where we have an attractive group, we have a great organization, we can attract a few free agents to come here and bolster and keep us on the path that we're on.
And get this, the Fever's management isn't holding back. They've made it clear they are taking an aggressive approach to free agency. This isn't just about making the playoffs, they are aiming for a championship, and they are willing to do whatever it takes to get there. So, how will they make it happen? A few years ago, Indiana wasn't exactly the first place that came to mind when thinking of top WNBA free agent destinations. But now, the Fever have everything Satou Sabally could want. They've got the cap space to offer both Kelsey Mitchell and Sabally max contracts, more than what New York can provide, and still have room to sign key veterans. The Fever also have a glaring need for a versatile forward who can score from anywhere and defend multiple positions, exactly what Sabally brings to the table. Not only can they offer her a significant role, but they have something no other team has, CaitlinClark. With her leading the offense, Sabally would be joining a dynamic, championship-contending team. The pieces are all falling into place.
Are you in a position where you can add some pieces?
Yes, we are. We're definitely in a position, and I would think that if you are a smart basketball player and you watch the way she plays, you would want to play with her.
Indiana isn't just offering Satou Sabally a paycheck, they are offering her a chance to be part of something special. A starting role on a rising team, the opportunity to be the missing piece that transforms a good team into a great one, and most importantly, the chance to play alongside a once-in-a-generation talent like CaitlinClark. This is a chance to make a lasting impact.
With Indiana, you get the 8th pick for Satou, and you probably get the 8th Nalissa Smith, and either a 2026 first or Grace Berger.
Picture this, Satou Sabally's versatility paired with CaitlinClark's otherworldly passing ability. It's not just a good fit, it's a match made in basketball heaven. Sabally has been lights out from beyond the arc, shooting 40.6% from three-point range over the last 2 seasons. Now, imagine those shots coming off perfect passes from Clark. That's not just an offense, it's a nightmare for opposing defenses. And it's not just speculation. Sabally herself has been dropping hints, liking posts from fans about joining the Fever. Could this dream duo be on the horizon? Time will tell.
Caitlin is an amazing generational talent, and she's going to do amazing things.
Satou Sabally has spoken highly of CaitlinClark and the Indiana organization. For her, it's not just about basketball, it's about finding a place where she fits, both on the court and off, with a team that aligns with her values.
Ace right now, and that's also good. She's selling out gyms. Why would you hate against that? We had a sold-out home opener. I think it was a practice game, like it wasn't even serious. We benefited from that because now we have all our fans there, and they're excited, and you have new people coming into a market. She is her own economy, and that is amazing.
Let's talk about that fit. The Fever aren't just offering Satou Sabally a team, they are offering her a key role in a potentially historic lineup. Sabally's scoring and versatility, Clark's playmaking, Aaliyah Boston's dominance in the paint, Kelsey Mitchell's sharpshooting, and Lexi Hull's hustle. That's not just a starting five. That's a group with the potential to dominate the league for years to come.
This is a place where players can come and get better and be surrounded by an organization that supports you. They're going to have everything they need to be successful.
Here's where it gets really interesting. Adding SatouSabally to this mix doesn't just make the Fever better, it transforms them. We're talking about going from a playoff hopeful to a serious championship contender. Experts are saying it, and the numbers back it up. Sabely's ability to score, defend, and stretch the floor is exactly what this Fever team needs to take that next step. So, here's the bottom line. The Indiana Fever aren't just a good option for Satou Sabally, they might be the best option for her career, her game, and her legacy. It's a chance to be the final piece of a puzzle that could reshape the WNBA landscape. A chance to turn Indiana into instant champions and create something truly special. The opportunity is there. Now it's up to Sabally to make it happen.
That's what I love doing. That's what I did all those years, was finding ways to add another player to our roster that's going to impact us and help us get better. So
picture this, Satou Sabally in Indiana. It's not just a roster move. It's a seismic shift that could birth the next great dynasty in women's basketball. But here's where it gets really interesting. Sabally's decision could set off a chain reaction across the entire league. Are you ready for this? Her signing with the Fever wouldn't just transform them into championship contenders, it could completely redefine how teams approach free agency and roster building for years to come. Sabally's choice could change the game and force teams to rethink their strategies when it comes to building dynasties. The ball's in Sabally's court now, and the entire basketball world is holding its breath. This isn't just about one player's future, it's about the future of the WNBA itself. And let me tell you, it's never looked more exciting.